DIY.
This meme that I think I saw on Idea Generation, not sure if they're the ones that created it, but all I do know is that this is something that resonated with me deeply, because with these bags under my eyes, it'll make more sense. Destroy the idea that you have to be constantly working or grinding in order to be successful. Embrace the concept that rest, recovery, and reflection are essential parts of the progress towards a successful and happy life. So much of our culture, specifically those of us that are involved with hip hop, those of us that tap into entrepreneurs like Gary Vee, and I feel like he's changed even his messaging on this topic a lot, because there was one point in time where he was guilt tripping folks for watching movies on Netflix. If you got time for Netflix, then he was in that bag for a second. I think all people who make motivational content get in that bag because we recognize that a lot of people are wasting their time. Sometimes we waste our time focusing on idle things that just really don't add anything to our experience. With that said, there is a strong hustle culture that I think that is prevalent amongst music producers, amongst artists, especially in hip hop. What I think it tells is one part of the story. Yes, you do have to have a work ethic to achieve the monumental goals that you set, especially when you say, I want to be a part of the 1 percentile. You're going to have to do things that 99% of human beings don't want to do. To add to that though, that 1% doesn't merely do the thing because, I have to do it. It's because it's who they are. It took me going through my health scare that I had, where one day I woke up and the left side of my body was just significantly more numb than I have ever felt before, ever. The doctors would conclude that it was an overload of work that I was putting on my shoulders, a lack of sleep that I was giving my body I wasn't giving enough time to recover, and most importantly, stress. Anybody knows anything about stress? You've had parents that stress, you've stressed, you know that stress kills. So with that said, I made more conscious decisions to try to shift that, but I still had goals that I wanted to achieve as a DIYer. But one thing that I am really taking serious, more so than ever, is the necessity of resting. It is like running your phone battery on 1% and getting pissed off when it slows down the operations that you wanted to do. You ever had that happen when you're using specifically an iPhone? First of all, you know when that battery starts getting in the red and you're like, all right, I probably got like a good 20 more minutes. You know that it's too late though. When you're inside of an app like Instagram and the slides just ain't sliding as fast as they could. The video starts looking, talking like this, and then it shuts down. Yet some of us, in the name of hustling, in the name of grinding, will do this to our body and be surprised when it does not operate the way that we need it to. We'll be surprised when it shuts down on us. As I was researching the beautiful world of flow state and how it can help me improve my music production, I was reading a book called The Art of Impossible by Steven Kotler. We've talked to Steven Kotler here. Through his studies with him and his team, he's found out a few things. And one of those being that those with a prolific output cannot sustain that unless they're just as aggressive about their sleep. Someone asked LeBron James what his sleeping schedule will look like. And mind you, LeBron James spends $1 million freaking dollars on his body every year. It's the only reason why at year 20, he is doing things that you've never seen from a year 20 professional basketball player.
You're clearly on one the night, and you had a road back-to-back, followed by an additional road trip to see your son play. Where is the energy coming from?
Sleep. Sleep and inspiration from my son and his team. I got some pretty good sleep in OKC, the night we got in.
Like, how many hours of sleep are we talking about? Like, what's a good night sleep for you?
I slept last night from 12 to 8. I got up, ate breakfast, and I went back to sleep from 8:30 to 12:30.
He go to sleep at midnight, wake up at 8.
Ate breakfast, and I went back to sleep from 8:30 to 12:30.
8:30 to 12:30. That's a lot of damn sleep. I bring that up because of this quote here. For those of us that thrive on competition. I thrive on competition, but more so competing with myself and competing with the version of myself that I was yesterday. I don't really be concerned with what everybody else is doing. That don't drive me enough. One human being does not drive me enough. If I'm going to compete with the best version of myself, I can't even hold a torch to that because the best version of myself got its sleep. That's like stepping on a basketball court after you played a full court game. When damn well your ass ain't supposed to be out there playing a full court game, and then you go play one-on-one with some hotshot teenager that's on 100%. And a lot of us are operating in this space of music production. We're operating in the space of music at 32%. Don't know how you measure that, but I'm just gonna say 32%. And you're meeting people who are already at 80, 90%. And you're wondering, why can I not keep up with them? Well, not only are they operating at 80, 90% with their well-rested ass, they've got a team of people who can match you on things that you could never even touch. Quality of time is something that I want to push even harder than ever before. And I think part of that quality is ensuring that you are rested as much as you can, because I know we have responsibilities. I'm a parent, I'm a husband, I get it. I got bills too. For sure, I got hella bills. You feel me? I understand. But I also understand that I am able to take on whatever obstacles come to me on a well-rested brain. A well-rested body, I can take on whatever happens throughout the day. There's nothing too crazy, nothing too concerning for me that I cannot take on. There's certain times that I'm like, I'm tired of shit. This would be the worst time to deliver some bad news. I told my wife, if you ever wanted to kick my ass for anything I said, this is a perfect time. I'm not even gonna fight you back. She's like, it's very enticing, but I know you're tired. I can see it in your face. I say this to say as the last message to my DIYers. Because we do so much on our own, I think that we compartmentalize the effects that it has on our bodies. I think that in the name of hustle, grind, yes, that is embedded in us. That is the easiest thing for us to do. But we know that the biggest moments of growth are not loud moments. They are decisions that are made in whispers. You've done enough. Chill out. You still got tomorrow. If you got faith in what you are doing, leave some for tomorrow. That's what it sounds like for me. Matter of fact, I get told every once in a while, that voice in my head, it says, when you die, you will still have a to-do list. It'll be transferred to someone else, but there will still be a to-do list. Your to-do list will never be empty. For those of us that enjoy working, for those of us that enjoy the time that we can spend, as serious as you are about your art form, as serious as you are about being the best version of yourself that you can be, even if you are driven by what your competitor is doing, you don't got shit for that competitor. Whether that's another human being or yourself or the person in the mirror, if you're not operating as close to full as you can. I know that that's unrealistic for a lot of us to even think about that, right? Some of y'all got multiple kids. I got one son, and it's a lot. But as much as you are serious about your craft, I think it's just as important to be as serious about the rest, because the rest is literally the gas. The rest is literally the fuel that is going to move you to levels that pure brute strength, pure just I'm going to get up and I'm going to get after it. At some point in time, alarms go off in your body. You get a headache. A lot of times that's an alarm that you don't have enough hydration, or maybe that you're spending too much time on the phone. Your knees start to hurt for whatever reason. Maybe it's because you're sitting down too much. These are all alarms that go off, thankfully, for the bodies that we have. As I get older, in my 38th year, the more I realize if I had paid attention to a lot of these things earlier, so many of these things would not be an issue. So I tell this to you from experience and with love. Take care of yourself and get just as serious as you are about your grind about your rest. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.